欢迎来到我的主场。
Welcome to my episode number 4 of this estate planning series live streaming. Some part of this information that was taken from my research estate planning course that I've attended, MOH website, and also from the book called the Planning Your Will, Trust, LPA, and more on this estate planning. So my purpose of sharing this is to provide everyone here on this channel to understand what, how, and why is it important for estate planning. Okay, in the past 3 episodes, I have covered will and trust, LPA, and in this episode, I'm going to share on less known and less talked about. So that is AMD. It's called Advanced Medical Directive. Okay. In the future streaming, I will be sharing more about how you can plan and fund the trust, retirement planning, traditional life insurance, and VUL, and also investment related to this will and trust. So without further ado, let me go to today's topic. Okay. Yeah. So what is the objective today? I'm going to discuss about what is the advanced medical directives, and also share one of the case study and end with frequently asked question. Yeah. Okay. So what is advanced medical directive? It's basically a living will. It lets others know what medical treatment that you want in the event that you are terminally ill and cannot express yourself. That means that you're unconscious. So without AMD, doctors may prolong your life using artificial means for weeks or even months. Some cases are even years. So let me share you a case study, to demonstrate the case that without AMD. On this 25th February 1990s in Florida, USA, Miss Terry Schiavo sustained a cardiac arrest. She was diagnosed to be a vegetative stage because of her brain damage. So in 1998, her husband petitioned the court to remove her feeding tube, but her parents opposed it. The court determined that she would not have wished to continue life for prolonging measure, but it was only 7 years later, on 31st March 2005, that the feeding tube was removed. Okay, so it took 15 years from 1990 to year 2005 after she suffered her first cardiac arrest. So basically, how can this AMD, this advanced medical directive help? Okay, let me go into what is AMD again. AMD is basically an advanced medical directive that is a legal document that you sign in advance to inform the doctor that treating you in the event that you become terminally ill and unconscious, that you do not want any extraordinary life-sustaining treatment to be used to prolong your life. So in fact, making an AMD is a voluntary decision. It's entirely up to you, right? So whether you wish to want to make one. In fact, it's a criminal offense for anyone to force you to make one against your will. Before I go into this FAQ session, if you are watching this streaming, and if you have any question that I haven't answered here, okay, do post the question in a comment. and I'll try to answer any question after this streaming. And also, right, if you find the information is useful, do give me a thumbs up and share with your friends. Okay, so let's go to question number 1. Okay, so what's question number 1? How do I make an AMD? Okay, in fact, anyone who is age 21 and above and is not mentally disordered can make an AMD. Okay, so what's the step? Step 1 is to obtain AMD form number 1 at this MOH website. Yeah. And step number 2 is to consult a doctor with witness. Okay, the AMD, right, must make through a doctor. You do not need either a lawyer, right, or legal advice to make an AMD. Doctor, right, has the responsibility to ensure that first one, you are not being forced to making AMD. Second one, you are not mentally disordered. Third is to make sure that you understand the nature and implication of making an AMD. So you need to have 2 people to witness you when you sign the AMD. They must sign on the form as witness in your presence. One of the witnesses must be a doctor. The second witness must be someone who are 21 years and above and can be the doctor assistant, like doctor, nurse, or any other suitable person. Okay, if the witnesses are relatives, as long as they have no vested interest in your demise, right, they will be allowed to act as a witness. So step number 3 is to return the form to a registrar of AMD. Okay, the complete form should be sent in a sealed envelope by mails or by hand to the registrar of advanced medical directives at this Ministry of Health, College of Medicine building at this 16th College Road. Yeah, so basically at this SGH. Okay. So your AMD is only valid when it is registered with the Registrar of Advanced Medical Directives. So the registrar will send you an acknowledgement when the directive has been registered. Okay, so let's come to question number 2. Okay, how much it costs to make an AMD? Do you want to know? Yeah, in fact, to make an AMD, right, you will have to, as a prerequisite, you will have to consult a doctor who, as a witness, is required to explain the AMD to you. So you may have to pay the doctor for the services rendered. But the form, right, itself is free. You can download from MOH website. Yeah, let's go to question number 3. Okay, this one quite common, I think. Yeah, can I make an AMD while in overseas? So what do you think the answer is? I think for the LPA and will and trust, you're not allowed. But in fact, for this AMD, right, the answer is yes, but there are one condition. So long as the first witness is a doctor and is currently registered with the Singapore Medical Council (SMC), and the AMD, right, is filed with AMD registry in Singapore, then the AMD is considered valid. Yeah, so everything still have to send back to Singapore. Okay, so question number 4. Okay, how does a hospital know that I make an AMD? Okay, in fact, hospital staff, right, including doctors and nurses, right, do not know who have made an AMD because this is confidential, and they are not allowed to ask you if you have made an AMD. Okay, they are not allowed to ask you. However, if your attending doctor has reason to believe that you are terminally ill and are unable to make your own wishes known to him, right, the doctor can check with a registrar of advanced medical directive on whether you have made an AMD. Yeah. So come to the next question, question number 5. Okay. Can an AMD be used as an euthanasia or mercy killing? Okay. Euthanasia or mercy killing is the deliberate ending of life of a person suffer from an incurable and painful disease, right? But it's by unnatural means, such as administration of little chemical, means give some injection. But this AMD, right, acts as a advanced instruction for your doctor not to prolong your life with this extraordinary life-sustaining treatment, and to let the dying process take its natural course. Okay, so it's quite different, right? So when you become terminally ill and unconscious, okay, so the AMD Act does not encourage euthanasia, and on the contrary, the AMD Act is explicitly and categorically against the euthanasia. Yeah. So let's come to question number 6. Okay, when will an AMD be enforced? Okay, the AMD will only come into force once you have been determined to have terminal illness and a certificate of terminal illness has been issued. 3 doctors, right, including the patient's hospital doctor, must unanimously certify this patient terminal illness. 2 of the doctors, right, must be specialists. So if the first panel of the 3 doctors cannot agree unanimously, then that the patient is terminally ill, the doctor in charge will review his diagnosis. If he's still of the opinion that the patient is terminally ill, the matter will be referred to the second panel of 3 specialists. Okay, these 3 specialists will have to be appointed by Ministry of Health. If the second panel of doctors also cannot agree unanimously, the patient that the patient is terminally ill, the AMD cannot take effect. The patient's life will continue to be sustained, and he will receive medical treatment as per normal. Okay. How about number question 7? Okay, when you make the so-called the AMD, what if I change my mind and want to revoke the AMD that I have made? Yeah, in fact, the AMD can be revoked at any time in the presence of at least 1 witness. Okay, you should do so by completing the AMD form number 3. Remember, to register is form number 1. To revoke is form number 3. So form number 3 is a standard form for revocation of an AMD. So those who have made an AMD will receive form number 3 together with form 2, which confirm that their AMD has been registered by the registry of AMD. And also, if you want, you can download form number 3 free of charge from this MOH website. Okay, the revocation should be sent to the registry of AMD as soon as possible. Yeah, of course. If not, what happened is something happened. Okay, so yeah, so this is the last question. Yeah, this is pertaining to question 7. Yeah, and what if I'm unable to write? So in the case that you want to revoke your AMD and you cannot write, you're unable to write. So in this case, the AMD can be revoked orally, yeah, or in any other way in which you can communicate, right? By all means, So it is then the responsibility of the witness to to the this revocation, right? To submit the notification of this revocation using form number 3 or a form of letter. And the witness, right, should also state the reason why the person revoting the AMD, right, could not do so himself. So, yeah. So in summary, right, we have no way to plan every possible event in advance. How we wish to be taken care of, lah. And when we are terminally ill and unconscious, right? So with an AMD, you can leave instruction to the doctor for your wishes not to prolong your life with extraordinary life-sustaining treatment. In an unfortunate event that you are diagnosed with a terminal illness, you may not want to put your family in a difficult situation, right, to decide on their life. I think it's very difficult, right, for them to have to decide. Yeah, and also you don't want to have this financial burden for your family. So ensuring that you have sufficient insurance coverage is very important. Turn back to the main camera. Yeah. So while you're still active and healthy, right, having sufficient health and life insurance coverage give you the peace of mind, right, and for your family, that you know that your family will be taken care of if you are no longer around, and you also can free yourself to focus on achieving the most important things in your life. Yeah, so I hope that my today's sharing will help to give you some information on this AMD. Thank you for watching this episode. I'll be sharing the topic on grant of probate in details in the next episode. So in the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and Happy New Year to everyone. Yeah, so okay, bye.